Good morning, I've just woken up and now it's time to do my skincare regime. The angle's a bit weird just because my bathroom counter is quite low and so I have to look down at my camera, so you might get to see a double chin today. In the morning, I like to keep things super simple for two reasons. One, I just want to spend as little time as possible getting ready so I can sleep for longer. And two, if I use fewer products, it means that my skin is going to absorb them quicker and my foundation's not going to like cake onto moisturizer and serums and stuff like that. I'm not going to have any dry patches throughout the day. I've clipped my hair back, looking a bit weird, washed my hands, very essential for your skincare, and then this is my 3-step morning skin routine. I don't physically wash my face in the morning. I use micellar water. I really like the Bioderma Hydra Bio one. It's made for sensitive skin, so it's a lot more, well, it's just even more gentle than the pink regular one. I can't remember what that one's called. And so I literally just put that on a cotton pad and gently wipe that around my face to get rid of the very little oil and dirt from the night. And I just go over my eyes a bit, just in case there's any makeup I didn't take off from the night before. The Bioderma ones are quite pricey if you're on a budget. There's nothing wrong with the Garnier ones. Use the blue one. I do find that the Biodermas are better than the Garnier, but the Garnier micellar waters, I have one right here, they do 90% of what this does, and this is a third of the price, so this is a great affordable option, but if you can afford it, this is great. And so once that's sort of half dried down, I get my face moisturizer. Recently I've been converted to the CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion for normal to dry skin. The reason I like this one, I only discovered it really recently, because it's fragrance free, so it's not going to have any unnecessary irritants to your skin. It's non-comedogenic, I think that's how you pronounce it, so it's definitely not going to block any of your pores, and it has an SPF 25, so that's great when it's all built in. Also love this little pumpy thing going on. Just get a pump of that and I dot that around my face and apply it like any other moisturizer. I don't use eye cream because basically it's been proven that eye creams are unnecessary. They're just diluted versions of moisturizer. Your skin does not change from here to here very much. So I just really gently tap it around that area and just make sure it's there. It's super moisturizing and it just feels so hydrating. I think it has hyaluronic acid in it, which I love. At different points of the Accutane journey, I would put on hyaluronic acid in between my moisturizer and my Bioderma, just to give my face an extra moisturizing boost, but I've stopped doing that just because it's doing fine without it now. So that's on, it's moisturized, it's got UV protection, and then my final step is just lip balm. This is my favorite one from La Roche-Posay. I haven't tried Aquaphor, I need to try it, especially because this is all I've got left of this one. How crazy is that? I've never used up a lip balm before. Just like to put that on so that I can talk properly. And that's my morning routine. Other moisturizers I like and I've tried, I like the Glossier one because my makeup goes on smoothly afterwards. However, it doesn't have UV protection and it's not the most moisturizing one. It's good, but I'm just getting through it very quickly because it's not hydrating enough. And given that it's quite expensive, that's why I decided to switch over to CeraVe, which is richer, it's better suited for me, and it's just half the price. I've also tried the one from The Ordinary, which is also good, but it's even less moisturizing than the other two, but it's really cheap, and also it didn't break me out. It's really hard for me to find a moisturizer that doesn't break me out. I don't know what it is, I need to find out which ingredient triggers me, but so many moisturizers just make me get all spotty and dotty. Even ones from brands you wouldn't necessarily expect it. So I can't remember which one it was, but one of the La Roche-Posay ones breaks me out. Origin ones, the Plantscription range, really breaks me out. I've tried various Korean ones which have all broken me out, so I'm just so happy that I found one that's a good price point and has UV built into it, and hyaluronic acid, so I really recommend that one. Lip balm wise, I love the La Roche-Posay one. I just think it's the best lip balm. When I remember to use it consistently, my lips feel completely normal. They just feel hydrated, there's nothing wrong with them. The problem is they feel so normal that then I get a bit sloppy with putting it on and then suddenly they go dry and I'm like, where's my lip balm? I've also tried the Glossier Balm.com one that everyone loves, and it's good, but it's not as good as La Roche-Posay one. I want to try Aquaphor next because I've heard such rave reviews about that. But that's pretty much it. The only other thing I'll do in the morning, which isn't skin related, is for my hair, I might get a few drops of marula oil to run through it. Hair dehydration is another problem in Accutane. I haven't really had any issues with it, and again, I think it's the marula oil and just using quite hydrating products. I'm going to have a video about my hair in Accutane coming up soon. But yeah, I'll see you in the evening. And I am now back for my nighttime routine. Again, there's going to be a weird angle going on. Unfortunately, my bathroom is just set up like that. So again, first step is to obviously get the hair out of the way. Again, first of all, you want to start off with clean hands, and if you wear makeup and contact lenses, I recommend you remove the contact lenses, just because I like to use my makeup removing step and my washing step, so it tends to get a bit soapy around the eyes. The first cleanser I go in with is my Clean It Zero by Vanilla Co. This is sort of one of those original Korean beauty staples that was everywhere when Korean skincare was super in last year, a couple of years ago. And most of the products I tried during that fad I've kind of let go of, but this product I love. It's so good for getting off makeup, and it is a very gentle first step. This is the mega size tub, and I buy all my Korean skincare, well at least I used to, on this website called Yes Style. It's like a Korean Amazon, that's the only way I can really describe it. And it's much cheaper than if you buy Korean products from UK or I don't know, maybe US providers as well. And I think free shipping starts at something really low, like £27, but it's the slowest one, which you have to wait like literally a month for. And I think if you spend £70, then it's only a couple of weeks, and obviously the more you spend, the more it goes up, but just keep that in mind. So I usually get a dollop like so, and just apply it straight on to dry skin. I first roughly smear it in my key areas, and then I just sort of massage it in. If I haven't been wearing makeup, I don't usually do this, but just because I have been wearing makeup, it's a great 2-in-1. But if you're on Accutane, double cleansing isn't really necessary unless you're wearing makeup. So I always try to go in gently, but whenever I find myself doing this, it always looks like I'm massacring my face. So I'm super conscious to try and be as gentle as possible right now. My makeup has sort of lifted off my skin, and I can tell that that's happened because it looks like there's grey stuff on my face and there's no more makeup on my eyes. Just rinse it off, and usually I've been massaging it in very gently for maybe a minute and a half, so nothing too extreme. If you use a cleansing brush, although I don't recommend you do those, you do use those, I don't recommend that you do use them, then don't use that for this cleanse, use it for the second cleanse. Okay, so next is my second cleanse, and this is more just to make sure there's no residue left on my face and that everything's just dandy. I use the Glossier Milk Jelly Cleanser, and it's good, but honestly, I don't think it does justify the price. I like Glossier products, but they're not so life-changing that I think they're worth that much money. Once this one runs out, I'm going to try the Cetaphil one instead, but this one is really nice and gentle, and if you want to try the brand, then I say go for it. I don't regret this product, it's just I don't think it's worth the price. I've tried filming this video several times already, and every time something goes really wrong, so I'm really hoping that this is the right time. And also, I don't know, you just criticize yourself so much when you're watching these things back. You're like, oh my god, I'm speaking too fast, and so when you film again, you'll start speaking really slowly, but then it'll be too slow, and then you'll speed up, and it's just a mess. So if I haven't been wearing makeup all day, I would just go in straight into this step on obviously a wet face. And just work it in for about 30 seconds, a minute. Again, be as gentle as possible. Just because Accutane does make your skin get redder much faster, my skin's going to look like a tomato once I'm done washing it. But what are you gonna do? I keep getting spots, like, it's not a bad place to get them, but they're all right by the edge, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm cleaning that area because it's weird. Rinse time. And next I just dry my face. I pat it to dry gently with a washcloth. I used to let my face air dry just because I was so scared of letting anything touch my skin. The reason I've switched over to washcloths is because actually it makes your skin drier if you let it just air dry. And according to a skincare founder person with whom I was watching an interview, it can cause micro abrasions and micro cracks in the skin. I don't know how true that is, and I don't know how much that is just to sell her products, because she also has oils she recommends for acne prone skin, and every dermatologist whose sources I've looked at, whether it be their YouTube channel or their book, has said avoid oils like the plague if you have acne. Okay, so now that my skin is like 90% dry, I'm going in straight away with the moisturizer just to prevent, sorry, just to prevent any further water loss and make sure, oh my god, I'm dying. I knew something would go wrong. And to prevent further water loss and just, you know, stop my skin from feeling tight. The nighttime moisturizer I use is the Cetaphil Rich Night Cream. I always thought night creams were kind of bullshit, but then again, when I started looking at dermatologist sources, they were all like, actually no, a night cream's a good idea. And especially on Accutane, when your skin is so dry already, I just thought, why not? I really like this. It's really, really rich and it makes your skin feel so good. And it's a really good price, so I'm very happy with it. And that's literally it. That's my skincare routine. If I weren't on Accutane, I'd have acids and probably retinols in there as well, but since I am, I'm not doing anything else. I don't want to dry out or stress out my skin. I used to be a huge advocate of oils. Again, having actually looked at what dermatologists are saying, they say to avoid them if you've got acne prone skin. And someone on here, well not someone on here, but someone I was speaking to on Instagram, her dermatologist and her GP said to especially avoid oils and Accutane because your skin needs to dry itself out of oils. You can still use oil-free moisturizers because all a moisturizer actually does is prevent water loss from your skin. It can't actually add moisture into your skin, which is crazy. But yeah, that's why you're meant to avoid them if you have acne prone skin. And apparently the theory of like dissolving like is really not how it works, even though that's the justification behind it. I like all of these products, and I especially like the fact that they're all relatively affordable. I have recently discovered that you don't need to pay a lot for skincare. There's only so many active ingredients out there, and although lots of brands are coming out with revolutionary new formulas and revolutionary new ingredients, it's mainly marketing, and people in the industry will confirm that. That was my routine. It keeps my skin nice and hydrated on Accutane, and whilst I'm really bad at forgetting to put on lip balm so my lips are a mess, I haven't actually had that many problems with dry skin, so I do love it. The only other thing I would do is actually, it isn't oil, but I would put marula oil in my hair to prevent the Accutane dryness, but that's for another video. Let me know what your favourite Accutane products are down in the comments below if you have any questions, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!